inexplicably contrary to Florida law and significantly lacks educational value. That's how the administration of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis describes a new college-level course for high school students on African American studies. It's already being taught in 60 high schools nationwide as a first test. The curriculum was in development for a decade. Endorsing the class, the chair of Howard University's history department said the course presents, quote, a solid understanding of how African Americans have shaped America, its history, laws, institutions, culture, and arts, and even the current practice of American democracy, which sharpens all knowledge about our nation. But according to Ron DeSantis and his State Department of Education, a course cultivated for 10 years by scholars and experts is neither lawful nor historically accurate. So you might ask yourself what specifically is wrong with the AP African American Studies class, according to Ron DeSantis and his administration, which would be a fair question. The Associated Press reports, quote, Florida education officials did not specify exactly what content the state found objectionable. Joining us now, Reginald Ellis, an associate professor of history and African American studies at Florida A&M University, which is one of the state's historically black colleges and universities. Professor Ellis, thank you for being with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
You've had a chance to look into this a little bit. Can you glean what the problem is, what the illegal part of this course is? I mean, we can get into it in a second about educational value, but incompatible with the state's whatever rules or methodology. What are they talking about?
You know, when it first came out, I spoke with some of my colleagues, and we were very surprised and unfortunately, we were disappointed to hear that language coming from the Florida Department of Education via the governor. We were very excited 2 years ago when College Board took on this great task of creating African American Studies AP curriculum. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I was excited that 12 years from now she would have the opportunity to take the African American Studies AP course as credit for college. So no, we were very disappointed and and shocked that it would at this point be blocked.
And just to be clear, because there are all sorts of people in this country very excited about CRT, critical race theory, and how it's being taught to little children. That's not true. This is an actually fully developed course about African-American history, designed for the college level, but to be taught to high school students who are high-achieving students, right? Like, this is not a random indoctrination course. This was a very deliberate, high-level course that students would use as part of their application to colleges.
For sure, it's the same as you would have a AP U.S. history, AP world history, AP chemistry, and psychology. And so if you think about it, for the most part, many students don't have an opportunity to take African-American history until they go to college. And so when you think about a kid like myself from a rural Southwest Georgia town in Wiggum, Georgia, I wasn't really exposed to African-American history until my first year at Florida A&M University. Came to Florida A&M University as a occupational therapy major. In my first introduction to African-American history class, I changed my major that night.
Wow.
Because I fell in love with history, and I fell in love with myself, and I understood for the first time in my life the role that Black people, diasporically speaking, played in the development of the world, but also played in the development of this American experience, this American democracy. And so imagine how impactful this African-American history AP course will be for hundreds of millions of individuals, not just Black people, not just Black kids, but Americans throughout, and how that will impact the further development of America.
So a remarkable story, your own story about how you changed from occupational therapy to history. Is there any likelihood that public opinion can come down to bear on this decision, or is this done in Florida?
Oh, I'm not sure about the politics, but I can tell you that historians throughout the nation were excited about this course and are still excited about this course. And I hope that that the governor and the individuals around the governor will reconsider the great value and the great history. I will say that this work has been going on for 2 years, and as professional historians, we know that everything we do goes through a peer review process. And I can confidently say that this work is solid, and it is sound, indeed sound history.